In this video, we're going to talk about comments with Python programming. We'll first give a brief overview of why you should use comments throughout your scripts. We'll then take a look at single line comments, multi-line comments, inline comments, and commenting out code. In Python, comments are used to annotate code with additional information. They are ignored by the Python interpreter during execution. Comments help to make your code more readable, provide explanations, and document the purpose of different sections of the script. Here are some best practices to keep in mind when commenting. Keep comments concise and to the point. Keep comments updated to reflect changes in the code when you refactor. And use comments to explain complex algorithms or non-obvious decisions. For a single line comment, we use the hash key, hash symbol, or if you're as old as me, the pound symbol, as it used to be called. With multi-line comments, we use triple quotations. Here it is triple single quotes, but you can also use triple double quotes. You can just not mix match at the start and the end with the quotations. And we can also use a single line comment after a piece of code for an inline comment. Let's head over to PyScripter and take a look at comments in Python. We're now in PyScripter. The top left corner, we're going to click the Python symbol and open a new Python script. I'm going to remove the default code. I'll zoom in a little. And we'll start with a single line comment. This is a single line comment. We'll hit enter and we'll add a print statement, and we'll print I was executed after the single line comment was ignored. Let's run the script, and we can see we got our printout, but the single line comment was ignored. Let's take a look at multi-line comments. We'll begin with the single triple quotes, and we'll state I am a multi-line comment. I am also ignored by Python. The ending triple quotes. Add another print statement. Printed after multi-line comment. We run our script, and we can see we got our two printouts, but our comments are still ignored and always will be. You can of course use triple quotes. I am another multi-line comment. And if we run, we can see it is not printed out. Inline comments can be good to comment single lines of code. For example, we might want to take in an input feature class, and we'd set the file path to feature class, and we could add an inline comment. This must be a shapefile. Python will ignore from the hash symbol onwards. Let's show that in operation by adding a print, and we'll print our input feature class path, and we'll add an inline comment as well to say we printed the feature class path. We'll run our script, and we can see that all comments were ignored and our printouts were printed to our interpreter. We can also use comments to comment out lines of code, which is very useful for when you do not want to delete the code in case you need it again, or you're trialing a new code block to see if it's more efficient than the old code block that you've just commented out. So as you can see, if I comment out the first two print functions and run, Python did not execute those lines of code, but it did execute the rest of the script. In this video, we saw commenting with Python programming. We saw that we had single line comments, multi-line comments, and inline comments, and we could also comment out code. I cannot overstate enough how important it is to get into a good habit of commenting your code. You are not going to be as efficient as you are in a few years' time, and when you come back to look at code, it is important that you had prepared your future self to easily be able to reread the code that you wrote in the past. Comments allow you to rapidly jump back into a piece of code that you wrote last week, last month, or even last year. So please get into a good habit from the start.